So today we are going to see how we are going to frame activities for our subject, okay, and also the rubric discussions, okay. So now I have selected or choose a class 8 science, okay. That's an example for you, so that you will get better idea for your subject and also the class which you handle, okay. So these practicals which I am sharing with you, I have experienced it and I have worked on it in my career, okay. That's why I'm sharing this one with you people, okay. Come, let's go. So now I'm going to share this class 8 chapter 1 crop production and management, okay. So in this I have the topic is first lesson, and the skills, scientific skills and discussions, reasoning, what I am going to do, what I have done already, okay, in my class I am sharing with you people, okay. So now this is the first one. So if you இப்போ நீங்கள் can be bilingual. ஸோ இப்போ நீங்கள் வந்து crop production and management எடுக்கிறீங்க class 8க்கு அப்படின்னா you can take the students to the field trip, okay. So before you start the class itself, you can tell the child to have a field trip. Either you can take them to the field trip, okay, or you can tell them as a holiday activity during the summer vacation, so that the child will learn something related to the crop and its benefits and how it has been done in the field by the farmers. So this is what I'm trying to say, that before you start the lesson itself, that is, for example, they are in the 7th standard now, they are going to the 8th standard next year, okay. So the exams are on the way, okay. In the March they will be having the exam, 7th standard. They are going to the 8th standard means, so as a holiday activity you can give them as a field trip, okay. It's a real one, I'm telling, real field trip. The virtual one is we can take the child, that is virtually in the classroom itself, to the virtual field trip. So this I have been given virtual field trip ideas in my RN ideas channel also. I will share that link also, how to show the virtual field trip to the students. So now let me explain that. So as an holiday assignment, you can give the child as a nursery visit, we can say. When they go to the hometown, they can go to the valleys, they can go to the field, and they observe what happens, what the farmers do there for growing the crops, and also nearby field. So if they are coming to the school in the April month, no, you can take the child to the nearby field. This is one suggestion for the student teachers, for them, those who are struggling to handle the classes, those who are very new to the field in the teaching line. For them I am giving ideas, okay. So now next is, so summer vacation, I told you these are the things, nursery and then the hometown during the summer vacation. So what they will do in this field trip, what is the as others, that is what are the skills they will do, what are the skills they will develop during the field trip. It is nothing but the observation. So first they will observe, no, before we understand any new thing, before we learn any new thing, we will observe first, yes. So that observation is nothing but they will identify the different crops. The student, the learners, they will identify different crops and then the soil types and also the agricultural practices. So soil type, this they have already learned in class 7 itself in the soil lesson. So that's very easy for them to identify the soil types. So there are different types of soil, like clay soil, sandy soil, loamy soil, like that, no. And their properties and the textures, and they would have done the experiment during the class also, hands-on experiments. I think you would have experienced that, my dear teachers. So now so they will observe what are the different. So this is one skill they will develop, and not only that, they will identify the classification. What is the classification? What are the different types of crops? What are varieties of crops? Like kharif crops, rabi crops, yes. And then what are the types of soil again? And what are the farming tools the farmers use? And also how they grow, or how they grow the crop. what are the various practices, steps involved in the agriculture. So it's a clear, I think. So now this is about the observation. Okay, and the next is we are going to the growing crops in the school premises. This is another hands-on activity. It is a real life activity. We can also take it in the scientific skills assessment also. So you can allot the children or the allot the students, okay, a particular place in the school ground, and they make them to what to say, prepare the soil for the crop production. Yes, instead of teaching them in the classroom, no, we can go on in the real life situation, in the real life scenario, that how to grow the crops, how to produce the food on our own. Okay, so it's a group activity we can give them. We can alert the students in the group, 4 to 5 students in a group, and then we can give a place for them in the school ground or in the school garden, and then their own choices, students can select their own crops, how they are going to plant, how they are going to further use the fertilizers, and how they are going to harvest it. All these things they can give them as a task. It's a challenge task for them. And like this, in the previous years, students have experience in their schools. Okay, if you go through the schools which have experienced this crop production in the school premises, you will get more ideas. And the next is in this, what they will do, what are the skills, scientific skills we can take for the assessment activities or simply for activities. Yes, our motto is to make the child to understand better the concepts, and they have to produce the understood the concepts in a better way in the exam. They have to produce their answers in the exam. That's our main motto. So if they do their hands-on activities like this, no, it's very easy for them. Yes, it's very very easy for them to write the exam or face the exam, no, without any fear. Yes, so that I choose this topic as a crop production management for the class 8. Okay, now in the when they grow crops in the school premises, what they will do, they will measure the land first. Yes, we have to give the measurement of land to the each group. For example, in a class there are 35 to 40 students are there, means we can split the class into 4 to 5 groups. Yes, and each group can have 4 or 5 to 6 students or 4 to 5 students. It depend upon the strength you divide. Okay, and then each student should have their own what to say, their own what role in the group. Okay, so this is the like measurement. In the measurement, what they will do, they will measure the field, and they will the area, field area, and what is the seed they are going to select, and what are the fertilizers they are going to use, and what is amount, and then the next is crop yield. What is the crop yield harvesting? So this is the measurement. So they can measure. This is after, that is before they start also they will measure, until the end also they will measure. So for this they need a mathematics skill. Yes, they need a mathematics skill, MS we can say. So this is one scientific skill we can make. So children will love to do this hands-on activity instead of telling them to sit in the class and showing the audio visual aids, and then making them to do the pasting the pictures, collage work on the crop production and management, and then making the child to do all other paperwork. This hands-on activities will be very helpful for them, I think. Okay, and the next is experimentation. As I said you, this lesson will be full of experimentation only. Okay, so now testing the effects of irrigation. So what are the types of irrigation we have? First we have to explain them in the class, and then we can make them to do a survey. What are the irrigation is utilized in our Indian country or in foreign countries, and what are the fertilizers. In the fertilizers itself, you can make the child to do a debate after complete the lesson, no, after the lesson is over, so you can revise the lesson then and then. So during that time we can have a debate on manual and the artificial fertilizers. So we can split the groups into two, the class into two groups, and make them to understand what are the manual and the artificial fertilizers. Okay, So the group which they speak about the manual fertilizers, they will say all the advantages and all the disadvantages. Similarly, the group which speak about the artificial fertilizers, chemical fertilizers, they will also say about the merits and demerits of the fertilizers. Is that clear, my dear teachers? So this is the experimentation. In this experimentation, we can also use the seed selection. So the seed selection also can be done as an experiment. So that the seeds, for the seed selection, I have posted one video also. So I'll link the video in this live session, okay, in the comment after the class over. Okay, so the seed selection, that is also an experiment, and all the other processes like preparing the soil, sowing, then how to sow the seeds, and what are the various methods, and then how to water the field, and then how to do the weeding and irrigation, and finally how to apply the fertilizers and harvesting and storage. Everything comes under the experimentation. Okay, now I told you that I will discuss about the criterias also when we go through the assessment. Okay, so we will discuss the criterias. So we will take four criterias. They are nothing but the excellent, good, needs improvement, and also the unsatisfactory. So these are the four: excellent, good, needs improvement, and unsatisfactory. So for excellent we can give 4, for good we can give 3, for needs improvement we can give 2, and for unsatisfactory we can give 1. Okay, so these are the criteria for assessment. That this criteria, why I am discussing with you means, when you do the assessment, all the 40 students will be there, no? If you do this assessment then and then, no, it will not be very difficult for you when you give the internal marks. The 20 marks we will split, 10 marks for pen paper test, and then 10 marks for the scientific skills and discussion and reasoning in science subject. So like this only the other subject also teachers also doing. Yes, so the student teachers, for you people I am giving this what to say, this explanation how to split. So now the criterias I told you, how this criterias we will take for the assessment, or if you are taking for the assessment or not, one, or if you want to know about how to do the criterias for the assessment, you can learn it. Okay, so now look at this. So now I have taken this experimentation activity for the assessment. Okay, so in this assessment activity, how we can make the rubrics. First is planning, how they do the planning. Okay, and then what are the hypotheses, and then next is how they will do the procedure. What is the procedure? Okay, and the next is how they use the control of variables, and the next is observation, then safety measures, analysis, and then uh, these are the main criteria I have chosen. Okay, so this is about the in experimentation, these are the criteria. So what are they? How they plan, and what are the hypotheses, and the next is how they procedure, what are the procedure they use, and the next is what is the observation, and what is the safety measures, and what are the analysis. So in this we give 4 marks, for excellent, good, that's I told you, excellent, good, needs improvement, and satisfactory. So how we can split this 4? So it depends upon the marks. So suppose we are giving 10 marks for the activity. For excellent, 4 mark. Excellent means the child have done it more effectively. So if you are taking the planning process, planning, in that planning simply we cannot give full 4 marks. So it is clear, planning is clear, and it is detailed, and it's clear experimental what to say, plan with steps, and also the materials used. So for this we can give 4 mark. Suppose if it is not clear, if it is somewhat lagging in 1 or 2 points, we can give 2. Suppose if the child is not done well, he needs some improvement, we can give 2 mark. And the next is, it is not at all satisfactory, means give 1 mark. So all the 40 students will not do the same, no. So there will be some students who lag behind, so that like this we can split the rubrics. Okay. And the next is hypothesis, means whether the hypothesis is well stated, testable hypothesis related to experiment. So for this you can give 4 mark. If it is somewhat less, when compared is not stated well, it is not related to the experiment, we can give 3 marks. Needs improvement means 2 mark, and like that unsatisfactory means 1 mark. So like this we can split the marks for this activity, for this criteria. These are the rubrics. Okay. So and the next is procedure. For procedure, so how we can give marks, like that for control of variables, how we can give mark. Okay. So followed the procedure correctly and all the steps correctly and carefully, and it is procedure is systematic. Okay, we can give marks. And it is not mostly they are followed, and frequently deviating means we can give 3 marks. So like that you prepare your rubric criteria, you prepare a tabular column and give the marks. This side you can write the student's name and the criteria is here, and you can give the marks for 4 columns with total. So this many of you are doing, but this video is mainly for the student teachers, those who are very new for the teaching. Okay. And the next is, once again, okay. Now, next is, if you are going to observe the, there's control of variables. What are the variables they are using? Okay, and they are constant variables like that. And what are the changes they are undergoing during the experiment? And observation and recording. How they observe the readings, and then how they record the data, detail accuracy, that is whether the recording is accurate or not. We can split it into four rubrics. Okay. And the next is what are the safety measures they follow, and analysis and conclusion. So how they interpret the results, and what is the how they are relating to the hypothesis. That is in the second step I told you what are the hypothesis they are going to state, and how they relate to that, and what are the improvement they are going to give. That is the conclusion. Okay. So these are the criterias and rubrics we are going to follow in our assessment. Okay. So now like this we can go n number of activities: data collection, and the next is analysis, I told you, and the next is problem solving, you can make communication, and then hypothesis again, and safety awareness. So these are the various activities I have framed. So you can select any of these activities for the first lesson. Okay. So now let me discuss further more. I told you that during the manual and artificial fertilizers, no, you can concentrate on the organic farming. Okay. So this comes under the manual fertilizers, that is it is completely without the chemicals. Yes. So for this we can go terrace gardening. Then we can make the child to do the terrace gardening. Okay. So this will be very helpful for the child to understand more. This terrace gardening, no, they themselves do in their house, and they will bring the what are the procedures they follow, what are the data they follow during the experiment, and how do they measure, and what are the surveys they did, and what are the observations and final analysis they done. So this terrace gardening is very helpful for them to do the crop production activity skill assessment. Okay. So next is, and one more thing I want to share with you is, during the data collection, if you are giving the data collection for this lesson, so it depends upon the teachers. According to the convenience, you will select the activities. Yes. Is that clear? So now whichever I'm sharing is for your betterment I'm giving. So from this you can choose according to your what is the convenience, and according to the time consuming. It depends upon the our time, our decision only. Okay. So now I told you in the data collection, no, you can give the graph work, and the next is survey. So in India and also around the world, you can tell the child to collect the data on the record. That is how the growth stages happens during the crop production, and what are the weather conditions, and also the how they yield data farmers. Okay, and the next is we can give group discussions on the analysis during the revision time. So this revision time, no, instead of giving a paper pen test all the time, you can go for the group discussions and you can go for the debates. Okay, during the revision time, it will be very helpful for them to recollect. Pen paper test you can conduct daily. I told you in the previous video itself, in the live session, the slip test you conduct the very next day, so that your revision work will be very it would go well, okay, in a well planned manner. Okay, so that next is problem solving. If you are going to give, means we can make the child to find solutions for the pest attacks and soil erosion and water scarcity. Okay, and how they communicate. So this communication during revision time, we can tell the child to do PPT on the lesson, and they can present in front of their class peers in the form of either computer, that is slides, using the PPT or the charts. Okay, they can present in front of their peers. This will be very helpful for them when they do the PPT, no, they will understand more the concepts. And also the hypothesis, there is various outcomes of different forming techniques. What are the techniques are used present in this modern technological development? What are the various forming techniques they are used, and they are due to produce more. So nowadays the biotechnology field, genetic field are more involved in agriculture, also in plant biotechnology. So you should come out of the box. You don't use only the book and also the concepts which have been given in the book itself. You have to tell the child to think out of the box according to the present modern technological development. They should know. So that is the today's what to say academic all the today's studies are made. Okay, so now next is safety awareness. Or the when the farmers use the tools for the farming and also various agriculture practice, what are the safety measures they follow when they use the chemicals also, and also the various farming activities. So these are the safety awareness. This also you can give as an activity, so that they can come out with the tools which the farmers use. They will understand better. Yes, so this crop production and management is very good lesson, I think. So this lesson, no, will make the child to understand more, because the food is very essential for us to live, isn't it? So we teachers, if they give them more, if they to make the child, we make the child to open the door in all aspects to understand the concept, no, it will be very easy for the child to score. Sure, I'll say 100%. Okay, so this is not only for science subjects, it is for all the subjects. Okay, I am telling all subject teachers, those who are very new to the field, teaching field. Okay, for you people only I am telling, I'm stressing again and again. So if you plan and prepare well, if you deliver your content well in the class and make the child to travel along with you, definitely you will win. Okay, so there will be 100% success in your subject, and you will attain centum result subject. So all the very best. Hope you understand the video, and thank you all for being with me for this 25 minutes. Okay, and also we'll see in the next class. Thank you. Wish you all the very best, my dear student teachers. We'll see you in the next class. Thank you. Bye.